What's going on, Star Citizen fans? It's your boy Raptor Spiritus, and I am back with another one. So, I have this is not my typical video that I'm typically going over. Usually, I'm pretty positive about where the game is, about the additions to the game, if they come up with bundles, ship reviews, things like that that come up, updates, cool features that they're coming out with, and as much as I try to remember that this is an alpha game, which it is. They seem to still continue to kid themselves about where the game is currently at. Now, you're asking, why do I say this? Well, the short answer is, so currently right now in the live server, when you call your ship, at least me and a couple of my org mates have had the same experience, the ship takes forever to come up. The elevator might go down, but the ship does not come up immediately like it used to. So that's broken. It takes probably a good minute or so, so you're just waiting. And it's sometimes longer. It's pretty bad. And for me to say it, your boy Raptor Spiritus, Cheerful Sunshine, it's pretty bad. The inventory, it's not coming up. You go to inventory, it's just nothing. Your backpack, nothing. You go in and out, in and out, in and out, and eventually it will show, but it's not consistent. You go into loot boxes, same difference. You go in it, nothing. You go in it, nothing. You go in it, oh, stuff pops up, and then it's just like, the game is not in a good state. Sure, you can log in. It's not no 318 where you could even log in. I mean, I've been there where 318 I couldn't log in. I couldn't do anything, right? That's when I first started playing back in 21. But this is, you can do things, but nothing really works. We've had plenty of times where there's lots of missions that you will take, you will go, and nothing happens. How often have we seen that? How long? What's next? Actually, yep, when you're doing bounty missions or missions where you're doing dogfighting, you have to fight NPCs. You go out there, get to the spot, nothing happens. ASD facilities, when you're doing anything, like as far as bounties in ASDs, destroying servers in ASDs, you get there, the status at the top says go to ASD facility. You land, nothing changes. You go to any of the wings, nothing changes. Where it's supposed to trigger the next phase, once you get there, go to, and then once you go down to that wing, you're supposed to see a little indicator that takes you to where you need to go to complete the mission. Right now, none of that is happening. And it is very, very shameful, in my opinion, of CIG to write things that aren't really accurate. So, for instance, what do I mean by that? So, letter to the chairman. This line right here. Let me try to get it out the way so you can see it. And while there were a few hiccups with some legacy systems like elevators and air traffic control that were built long before server meshing was conceived, server meshing itself has been working flawlessly since the beginning. That is not true, because since the beginning of static server meshing, this is static. It's not dynamic where it's gonna just shift everything over to another server seamlessly. It doesn't even do that. It will server error. Sometimes it's 15 seconds, sometimes it's a few minutes. No, it is not seamless. It is not working. This excuse about legacy systems, well, you knew they were there. So instead of, and look, I'm all about all the new stuff. I love the progression, it's fine. However, really none of that matters when the game is continuously broken. Continuously. It's not even like sometimes. It's continuously broken, right? I don't know about any of you, but my personal opinion would be, instead of, like, aside from ships really shouldn't have no bearing on the physics, on the gameplay. Really and truly, I would rather CIG focus on fixing the legacy stuff that do not work with server meshing. Getting server meshing to where it's dynamic. Getting to where the game is seamless, no matter if you take a mission, calling a ship, getting cargo, any of that. Creating the foundation to where no matter when they do a patch, sure, you might have a tiny little bug, but like something that they can easily fix with a hot fix or a patch and build from there. The excuse of legacy systems at this point, with that big building that they have made with all that stuff for the workers, is it doesn't make sense. It's not right. Saying that it's server meshing works flawlessly is not true. It's a lie. And after this point where live is in such a bad state, I'm a little disturbed. Now, mind you, sure, people are like, oh, 4.6 is coming, you know, server degradation does happen, they don't really do anything, blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, let's talk about another feature that just disappeared. What happened to when you're in inventory and you want to equip all? Where's that at? They just finally in the PTU added back where you can see the number when you want to split items. What about the combine all function that never worked? I'm just saying, guys. I am for CIG and for this game, this project to be a reality, but saying stuff like this isn't true. And you want people to spend money. I for one honestly would say stop spending money. Because when you enable bad behavior, you're going to continue to get terrible results from something that you've been paying money for. People spend thousands of dollars. I mean, I spent maybe a little over 3, but I've seen people spend 10, 8, 11, 12, 15,000. I've seen people spend a lot of money on this game. And you know, having a game that has interiors to ships and stuff is cool, but I'm gonna tell you what, other games are right on CIG's tail with all that, and their game is stable. I'm just saying. Yes, Star Citizen really looks like a real universe and has very real potential. However, when are we going to address what's really wrong with the game? When are we really going to start demanding that they do things the right way? How much longer is this game going to be in alpha? How much longer are we going to continue to get broken features that were fixed at one point and now they're not fixed, and then they're broken for a couple patches? I mean, I for one, the Drake Corsair, when I first got it back in 21, the thrusters, the engines, just like the Clipper, whenever you get boost, they would open. Whenever slow down, they would close. I haven't seen that in 2 years, maybe 3. The back door, it has the pistons that come down with the door like a real door. They don't come down. The awful attempt to make to dumb the ship down for multi-crew, taking away the bottom gun for the co-pilot, but then halfway adding it back for the pilot. But it's still, if a co-pilot's in the seat, they still move the gun and have control over the gun. It doesn't make sense. It's sloppy work. The excuses, like the non-realities, this isn't true. And if you have legacy systems that you're continuously seeing problems in, cargo, inventory. I mean, I know you got a new inventory system coming, but for the love of God, like, don't say stuff like this, because that's not true. Like, it's not, server meshing isn't working flawlessly. That's not true. It works for the most part, absolutely. You know, but from the way it was described, it's not. So, and it's dynamic. Not dynamic, it's static. So, I just come to a point where when so much stuff is broken, it's very frustrating to really be positive for a game. And you know, even with this statement, 2025 was the year of playability. What does playability mean to CIG? Honestly, like, what does that mean? I mean, sure, we're able to play the game, but with all the things that are broken, are you really playing the game? How playable really is it? Sure, we can sit there in a virtual environment and fly around and do some things here and there. But are we really playing the game? Like, enjoying it? Like this statement is barely true. They have bugs all through the year. You know, for events. God, remember resource? The resource mission? At first, the first couple that you could even get the first mission to start the whole thing off. I'm just saying. Broken ships, broken physics, falling through planets, missions that don't work, elevators. Guys, when are we gonna stop enabling bad behavior? Stop buying stuff. Sure. I mean, we always, for everybody who bought things ahead of time and you have it at that low price, so that's great. But new people, sure, you might pay $20 more if you wait a year from now. But buying something and enabling CIG to continue to give you very mediocre results is crazy. I personally, and this is just me, you guys do what you want. Again, this is just my opinion. I, for one, am not investing any more money, if possible. Because of course I love ships, but I'm going to do my best to not arbitrarily just buy things and contribute to a company that chooses to give me mediocre things because they think they have me hooked. I love this game, but I mean, I play it maybe an hour a day, maybe if that, because I work so much. But well, I'm gonna give him money to give me such a odd and unfinished or repeat offending game. I don't know. What do y'all think? Should we keep just funding them and we keep getting broken stuff? I mean, when's the next patch comes out? Is the elevator gonna stop working? Is the cargo elevator gonna stop showing us our cargo? Is when we use the whole sea to get cargo, is the grid gonna stop working? I mean, what's next? What ship is gonna be broken next? You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. It's always something because the foundation is not fixed. Something to think about. And again, here, I always love perspective. I love conversation. I love a discussion. However, let's be positive. Let's have a sensible discussion. I want to hear it. I want to hear what you guys have to say. I mean, if you have a strong opinion, that's fine. Do so. I respect everybody's opinion. Sure, some people might say that I'm being a jerk and I'm being unrealistic. Okay, that's fine. I can be. Some people may disagree. Some people might agree. I don't know. But that's just my experience today. I played yesterday and I was like, man, there's a lot of stuff that's broken here. A lot of missions that don't work. A lot of missions that got took away. A lot of ships that are broken don't work correctly when they were working correctly last patch. I'm still falling through the planet once in a while. It's weird. When am I going to have to hold CIG accountable from my end and stop contributing money to a company that does not see that they have more priority work to stabilize the game so that everything works pretty well every time there's a patch and there's not something important that gets broken every single time. That's all I got today, guys. You know, as always, it's your boy Raptor Spiritus. You know, we all family in here in the verse. But you guys stay safe out there. Maybe I'll see you in the verse.